Hi guys, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yep, okay. So looks like it's just you two, better than last class. I'll just share my screen real quick. Can you guys all see the screen right here? Can you guys all see the screen I'm sharing? Yep, okay. So in today's lesson, we'll be doing linear relations and equations. So what this lesson does, it helps you explore linear relationships between variables. So first, do any of you guys know what a variable is? Just type in the chat. What is a variable? If you guys don't know, just say don't know. Yep, you guys know what a variable is? Okay. So basically a variable is just anything that starts with like a letter. Like A could be a variable, B could be a variable. And like in this example, y is equal to 2x plus 5, this line right here. X is the variable. And in this lesson, we'll also learn how to represent this equation on a graph, and then how to solve questions based on inequalities. So first outcome will be representing patterns. So in this lesson, you'll be able to discover linear relationships in patterns and then create your own equations to represent them. Secondly, we will also be graphing linear relations, which will be plotting points and then graphing the lines from the equations and data points. And then for the third and fourth outcomes, it'll just be solving equations and then solving inequalities. So, learning objectives. So for this lesson, you will learn how to represent linear patterns, solve multi-step equations, and then solve linear inequalities. Okay, so first, representing patterns. Patterns show a constant rate of change. We can represent them using tables, graphs, and equations. So here, in the block pattern table, we have four figures, that's the x. Then we have the number of blocks, that's the y. So if you look at the block pattern visualization, we have figure number one with three blocks, three green blocks, and the figure number two, five green blocks, and so on so forth. So the linear equation for this would be y is equal to 2x plus 1. So where do we get these numbers from? Okay. Do any of you guys have like an idea of where we get these numbers from and how we get these numbers? Do any of you guys know where these numbers come from? Yep, so 2 is the difference between the y values. So 3, 5, 7, 9. And why is there 1? What's the 1 coming from? Okay, so Melody, yes, you're right. 2 is the difference. We also call it the rate of change. So that's how fast that the y value changes. So it changes, so the y value goes up by 2 every time. So 3 plus 2 equals 5, 5 plus 2 equals 7, 7 plus 2 equals 9. And then the 1 comes from the x value. It's going up by 1 each time, right? So the initial value is 1. Next one, we will graph linear relations. So how do we graph it? First, we create a table of values just like this down here on the bottom left. This is called a table of values. So we choose several x values and then calculate the corresponding y values. So if x was equal to -1, you would plug -1 into x, and then you would get 7. You plug 0, and you get 5. Plug 1, you get 3. Then you would take out a graph, then plot the points just like the graph over here. Then finally connect the line. So I'm gonna show you a sample table of values just real quick. I'm gonna share a whiteboard with you guys, and you guys can interact with it as well. Can you guys all see the whiteboard right here? Yep. Okay. So can you guys make a separate table of values for 2x plus 3? You guys just can find like a spot to draw table of values. Let's start from -1 and then end at 3. So start at x equals -1 and then end at x equals to 3. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to do that. Oh yeah, sorry. Just draw a table of values. So here, a table of value is just a table like this, and then you have x and y. And then let's say x is equal to 1, so you would put 1 here, and then you would plug 1 in. So y is equal to 2 times 1 plus 3. And that would equal to 5. So then you put 5 here. So all I'm asking you guys to do is do the same thing, but with x going from -1 to 3. So -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then draw the same table. Do you understand now? Yep. Okay, good. Let's check the answers, shall we? So let me pull out here. So that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. 2 correct and correct. Mhm. Very good, very good. So that was a very easy example, okay. So now let's give you guys a slightly harder one. Let's go 5x, so y is equal to 5x minus 15. You know what? No, let's go 5x minus 17. And then go from 0 to 5. Actually, no, let's go from -5 to 1. -5 to 1. Yep. Okay. Um, let's check the answer, shall we? So let's say that's correct. So we have, and then the next one would be, um, yep, that's correct. Mm, that's correct as well. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. I didn't see the one before. That's correct as well. That's correct. That's correct. Very good. Very good. Okay. So let me just share my screen again. So now you guys got the hang of that. Um, I'm gonna show you how to graph different linear relations, okay? So I'm gonna pull up sorry, like a website that I can show you as well. Just 1 second. Um, okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Can you guys all see the screen right here? The graph screen? Yep, okay, so this is a Desmos, which is like a graphing tool. So here, let's say we have y is equal to 2x plus 4, okay? So we can see that the 4 value, so 2x plus 4, is where the line goes through the y axis. So this number, the 4, is called the y-intercept, okay? So that's the point where the line crosses the y-axis. And then we have the value of 2 right here. So 2 is is the slope of the line, which is how fast the line changes. So as x goes up by 1, y goes up by 2, just like the table of values. So I'm gonna go back to my whiteboard. Um, can you guys all see this whiteboard? Yep, okay, so we have the y is equal to, here, I'll give you guys the general equation of this. So equals to mx plus b. Does anyone already know this? Does anyone already know what y equals mx plus b is? Yeah. What about you, M? You think so? Okay. So let's just do a really quick review. So m is the slope of the graph. Okay. Slope is, can anyone tell me what slope is? Or we can call it rate of change. Yeah, the formula or and what it is. Like what, like the definition of rate of change or slope. Yep, difference of what? It's a little bit too general. The difference of what? Y2 minus y1 x2. Okay, that's one of the formulas. In grade 9, I don't think you should need to know this, but it's good to know. This is a very good formula. Yes, it is also um between the y and then the, yeah. I get what you're saying. There's also another formula which is rise over run. Okay. So just a really quick test, okay? If I gave you guys an equation saying it's y is equal to 5x, sorry, negative 5x plus 8, can you guys tell me what the y-intercept is and what the slope is? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Very good. Let me go back. So now let me go back to the graphing calculator right here. So we can see if I put y is equal to ax plus, or we go mx plus b as well. So we can change. So if m is equal to 1, it gets steeper and steeper and steeper and steeper. See, we have a slope of 5. That means we have a rise over run. So that means it is 5 down. So rise is 5, run is 1. Now, if we put the b value going up, it moves. So now it crosses the point at 2.7. And the less I put it, it crosses the y-axis at here, right? So now if I move the m value slower, you can see the line gets more and more straight and closer to a horizontal line. Okay, do you guys know where the slope would be undefined, like would not exist? Do you guys know? If you guys can put the equation in the chat where slope is undefined, which means it's not possible to have a slope of that. Do you guys know? When would slope be undefined? Zero. What zero? Is x zero? Is y zero? Is the y-intercept zero? Slope is zero. Are you saying slope is zero or just um like what do you mean by zero? Okay, so here, I'll show you guys. Let's say slope is zero, okay? M is equal to zero, then B, so M is equal to zero. That would be a line like this, but zero is still a number, right? Now, let's make this a horizontal line. See, it's not possible. It's impossible to get a horizontal line. No matter how low I drag this, let's say I set it to negative 100,000, okay? If it'll work. See, the line just disappears because it does not exist. So it's a horizontal line. So when x is equal to 0. Wait, no, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, no, when y is equal to 0. So that means there's no slope. So it's just a line, sorry, it's a vertical line going up and down. That's when there is no slope and it is undefined. So that means you can't solve anything with a graph like that. So now let me just go back to the slides here. So now we'll be getting into solving equations. Do you guys already know how to solve equations like this? Like 4x minus 7 equals 13, or 1.5x plus 3 equals to 8. Do you guys know how to do this already? Yeah. Well, what about you, Em? Yeah? Okay. Are you guys really good at it? Do you think you guys are quite good at it? I guess so. Okay. Not really? Okay. We'll do some practice. We'll do some practice then, okay? So I don't have to explain it, which is good. I'm gonna do a whiteboard again. Okay, you guys can see the whiteboard, right? Okay. So, can you guys solve the equation 2x plus 5 is equal to 20? Yep, so x is equal to 7.5. That was a pretty easy example. Very, very good. Let me just erase everything real quick. Okay. So now let's go on to a little bit of a harder one. Okay. Let's go let's go 4x plus 7 is equal to mm, let's go 128. You guys can use a calculator. 30.25. Very, very good. Okay, can you guys help me erase? Erase. Okay. Now let's do a different one. Let's go harder, like actually harder. Let's go 4x minus 7 times 2 minus x is equal to 3x plus 2. This is a really hard question. If you guys can, so solve for x now. I'll give you guys 4 minutes to do the question. It does take a long time. Do you need help? Yeah, okay, so Melody, ignore what I'm saying to M, okay? So M, so let's say we have so we have two different equations here. Okay, we have 2x minus 2 and 4x minus 7, okay? Then we also have 3x plus 2. So we are trying to solve for x, right? So what we have to do is we have to multiply each one of these out at the same time. So have you learned about it's called distributive property? No? Okay, so basically what it is let's say you have two things right here, right? You have A, B, you have C, D, right? To get this, you would go here, multiply, here, multiply, here, multiply, over here, multiply. So then what you would get is A, C plus A, D plus BC plus BD, right? So now, if we look up here with the same equation, we do distributive property up here. Wait, sorry. Here, right? So here we would go 4x times 2, which then gives us 8x. And then 4x times negative x, which is negative 4x squared. Oh yeah. Wait, guys, stop. This question, it has a square in it. So I'm I'm not sure if you guys have learned any quadratics yet, which I'm pretty sure you guys haven't. You guys haven't learned any quadratics, right? Yes. You didn't see a square, right? But when you multiply an x by another x, you get 4x squared, right? So then it's yes. No, it's fine. You guys don't learn quadratics or any square things until grade 10. So this was a really bad question. Yeah. So let me give you guys. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a slightly easier one because you haven't like been doing this a lot. So this one is for Melody, okay? Melody here, here. Let me find you a question. Hmm, 1 second. Okay, here, Melody here. Yeah, yours is 3 times 2x minus 1 is equal to 8 plus 5x times 10. And then let's go, hmm, 3x minus 4 is equal to 15. You can do it on this side, and the Melody, you can do it on this side. Very good, very good. I'll give you a little bit of a harder one, okay, I'm gonna go, let's go 6x times 1 plus 4 equals to 10. Okay, melody, I'll see. Let's see. Let's see what we did here. 3, very good. Okay. 6x minus 50x. No, everything's good, Melody. Everything's good. X is equal to 1 over 4. Let's see. Yep, Melody, you got it right. Melody, I'm gonna give you a different one, okay? I'll just do a little bit more practice with this. Melody, let's do 8. 8a plus, sorry, 8a minus 4a plus 32 is equal to 16. Then m, so you get, yep, yep, yep. Very good, M. Yep. Yeah, your answer is correct. Um, M, are you starting to get the hang of it? Or do you want a little bit of a harder one? Just a tiny bit. Okay. Um, if you can help me erase that, I'll think of a little bit of a harder one for you. Thank you, M. Okay, here we go. We'll do 5 times 2x minus 5 is equal to 12x minus 8. Okay, Melody, let's see. A mm. Okay, Melody, here we go. You made a little bit of a mistake right here. See this negative sign, right? You put it here, but then distributed property says you also have to apply it to this plus 32. Yeah, so then this would not be plus 32, it would become minus 32, right? So yeah, just watch out for that because even I still get even I still mess up on questions like that. So yeah, just redo it with the negative. Yep. But overall, good job. Okay, Melody, let's see now. Minus 32. Okay. So does A equal to 48? There's also 4A right here as well, right? A equals 12, yep. Very good. And then now we'll just wait for M, and then we'll move on. Mm-hmm. Very good. Okay, well, what do you do next? Okay, so now you can move this to that side, right? So it could be 10x minus 12x, right? Equals. And then you can solve that. Yeah, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to move all the x's to one side, and then you can solve the equation. Yeah. Yep. So now you can just solve this. So you move the no, it's not always subtract, okay? So let's say there was a negative 12x, then you would switch the sign and make it plus. So it's not always subtract, but you always move the x's to one side. Yes, so that part you got right. You always move the x to one side. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So what's the final answer? Yep, yep. Very good, very good. So now let's let's do something new, okay? We'll still be using this whiteboard, okay? So I'm gonna teach you a few things. Okay, Melody, do you know in what inequalities are? Yeah, okay. Do you know what inequalities are? Nope. Okay, so we'll do the same thing here. We'll go Melody and then M. Okay, so M, just hold on a second. I'm gonna give Melody a quick inequality question. So let's make it very easy. Um, Inequalities are basically the same thing. Okay, Melody, you can solve that. And then M. Okay, so inequalities. Here, M. Let's just look right here. Okay, so inequalities, there's different symbols. First symbol is the greater than symbol. Second symbol, less than. Third symbol, greater than or equal to. Fourth symbol, less than or equal to. Okay, so I want you to tell me, I'm gonna give you a number. So I'm gonna give you, so okay, so let's say 3x plus 2 is greater than 1, right? So in this problem, you would do the same thing as before, right? Plus is greater than or equal to -1. Instead of the equal sign, you put the greater than. Then x has to be greater than -1/3, right? It's very, very, very simple. So let's give you a bit of a harder question. Are you okay with that, Em? I think so. Okay, so not really. Okay, I'll give you an easy one. So let's say we have 5x plus 2 is less than or to 10. Can you solve this one? Wait, Melody? Wait, this is not supposed to be a y. This is supposed to just be 7. Oops. Oops. Yeah. But what you did is correct. Yeah. Wait, remember when you're moving the 2 to the other side, it becomes subtraction, right? So x is greater or equal to 11. Where did this 7 go? Mm-hmm. Very good. And then just solve it normally. Oh, okay. I thought you were finished, Melody. Sorry. Okay, so this is multiplication, right? So here you would divide both sides by 5. Yeah, Melody, that's correct. Okay. So Melody and I'm gonna give both of you guys one last final question, okay? Before we're done, this one's gonna be a lot harder than the other ones. Yep. So that's correct. So I'm gonna give you one last question as well. Let's go 3x. Okay. Hi, sorry guys. We're just nearing the end of the lesson, so the whiteboard time's out. So hopefully you guys learned some things. If you guys want, you guys can practice a little bit of inequalities, especially M. The more practice problems you do, the better and faster you'll get at them. S- Yep. So that's it for today's lesson. Thank you guys for coming, and have a good night, guys. Bye.